Hi. I'm here for a walk-in counseling appointment.
Okay. We do stop walk-ins at 12. We do 9 to 12 and 2 to 4. We don't pick up until 2.
Oh no. I called on Saturday and they didn't tell me that.
I'm sorry. Our call center is based off of New York, so we're still working a little quick, but still has some working to do. But we do 9 to 12 and 2 to 4.
What time is it right now?
It's 12:24. Would you like to just stay and go ahead and fill out all the paperwork?
For an hour and a half. Would somebody be able to see me exactly at 2?
Yeah, if you stay, then yes. If you leave, then there's no guarantee that you'll be seen exactly at 2 because we may have other patients that come in.
Okay. I'll go ahead and stay.
You're going to stay? Let me get you some paperwork, but just fill this out for me. So let me just get you to fill this out for me. This green one is front and back. Once you're done, just turn around at the next window.
Okay, thank you.
Come here and pick up the eggs. I couldn't speak on that. I think I could call you birthday on your other sheet. You was doing it, I made 2002. Everybody's birthday wrong. She don't even know she 2002. No. I put my race on. For one. Courtney trying to go with Tom before next week. He is convenient. See you about this is done. I gotta do some hair so I can go. They don't record me. No, go to the room. Every time I say something, she puts it down. I don't think that. They say Highway 55, that's about it. You can use that. Everybody knows that in the phone. Everybody knows how to hear. They call this slug out. Look at this guy. That's right. What's the name? 12. Oh, food set back. Let's go. Gotta go grocery shopping. It's not playing garden yet. And she look at playing garden. I've been waiting 20. You can read. You're right. Mail they have why they got mail on it? I told you something I was. This one was still out. I didn't know all this stuff. This is hard. They go do the process and we'll go. How did you learn now? I'm not up to all this shit.
If there's any way that anybody could see me before 2, I'd really appreciate it. I texted my husband; it would just make things a lot easier.
Okay.
But do you think that's manageable?
Yeah.
Thanks. Where's the restroom?
If you grab the spoon right here next to my window.
This one.
The spoon next to the window.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Go through the glass door, second door to your right.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, you're supposed to put the money right here. Right here. Oh, they got you. They got you. Come on.
Sorry, I think I lost her.
No, ma'am, I'm here with you, okay?
Thank
Just
you.
come in here. All right, so how can I help you?
Hi, I'm sorry.
Yes.
What's your name?
Nadia.
Nadia. Thanks. Okay, so first of all, thanks for bringing me in. I didn't even realize that you guys close, I guess, around lunchtime, so I really appreciate you making this work. Well, I'm a little bit nervous because this would be my first surgical procedure.
Surgical procedure.
for surgical abortion.
Okay, abortion. Okay.
Yeah. So I was wondering if you, first of all, could just kind of talk me through that process a little bit and any attendant challenges.
Okay, so the first thing about the abortion, you need to have the consent. So you're not going to have any procedure if you're not being consented to the first thing.
Oh,
you
sure.
have to do.
Right.
For surgical
My
procedure,
consent, you're saying.
Yeah, no, the mandatory consent for the state.
The state has to approve my abortion?
No, it's the mandatory consent. The state is the mandatory consent. Everybody they're going to have an abortion, they need to be consented before by doctor.
Oh, the doctor's consent to the abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How does that work?
Okay, you can call and the doctor call you back. They
Mhm.
have to have an appointment,
Uh-huh.
and then you have to wait 24 hours.
Okay.
So, and then you can come to have an abortion.
I see. Okay.
And when you come back, they're gonna talk to you about the abortion and also the mandatory consent. So the doctor talk to you about the risk to the abortion, and you can ask any question about the abortion and everything.
Okay. And so I guess what I'm curious is, do you know in your experience, does an abortion have any effect on my future fertility?
Yes, I know, and there's not any risk to the effect of anything.
There isn't. Okay.
No.
Because that's something that's really important to us actually, because we've been trying to have a child.
Okay.
So
It's not going to be any risk. So if you have a surgical procedure, so it's going to be the doctor take care of everything and do not damage anything.
oh, good. That's really important. Like I said, I mean, we have a daughter, and we've been trying to have a boy. We just went off birth control last fall, and I had an ultrasound done last week when I was visiting my family in Los Angeles, and we found out that I'm carrying a girl.
Mm. And it's when you're going to terminate the...
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Okay, you can watch the video if you want to, so that way you have an idea how the procedure is going to be.
Mhm.
If you want to have the consent today so the doctor can talk to you,
Mhm.
and you can call us later for appointment, or you can make the appointment today for after 24 hours.
Okay. I do have a question for you. Just because, like I mentioned, we did get that ultrasound done last week, which would have been when I was around 15 weeks. Do you know if they can definitively tell the gender at that stage, or do you think we should wait maybe? Because at what point do you stop doing abortions here at this clinic?
19 weeks.
19.
In North Carolina, in the state of North Carolina, you only can have an abortion at 19 weeks and 5 days.
Okay, so you do it all the way up until that limit.
Right.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts? Do you think that I should wait until and see if it? Because sometimes those things can change, right? On the test, they're not 100% sure.
Well, I'm not sure. You can talk to the doctor if you want to about that. So I don't have any answer for that question.
Okay. Is the doctor available?
The
Can we
doctor
talk
is here
today?
doing the consents over the phone. But if you want to stay today, I can let her know before she left.
Yeah.
So, and then you can have the consent today.
That would be great if I could. Do you know what time she would be available?
She is available right now.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. So you want to watch the video?
Can I talk to her before I even bother doing that? Because if I find out that for some reason this could affect my, chances of having a boy, or even I want to get her opinion on whether or not I should wait.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
Are you leaving?
All right. Unfortunately, the doctor is leaving, so she's
Oh,
not going to stay.
can she talk to me really quickly?
No. She said no. She can't.
Did she know that it was really important? Did she know what it was about?
Well, yeah, but the doctor has a schedule, and they say that she's leaving at 12:30, and she's passed over, and she say, have an appointment at 1, I cannot stay.
Okay. Well then, I'm just curious, from your perspective, do you think, just with the ultrasounds, do you think it might be better for me to wait until I have a doctor's opinion, maybe a couple weeks from now, since I guess I could wait a few weeks and still get the abortion done here.
Right. Well, it's totally your choice. So you can wait. So the more that you wait to have a procedure done, the more high risk to having any cervical tear or any perforation in your uterus, and that kind of damage that can be problems in the future if you try to get pregnant again. So, and you're thinking about abortion for different reasons, so, but we not encourage patients, if you want to have a termination, don't wait.
Okay.
Because it's a more high risk to have a procedure.
It increases as I wait. Well, we had the ultrasound last week, which was kind of the final thing as far as we were concerned, because we took another one of those over-the-counter tests. Have you heard of Intelligender? Yeah, we did one of those, and it had said it was a girl, so we had wanted to have the ultrasound done just to confirm it. So we're pretty sure that that's what I'm carrying, although, it would be awful if we accidentally aborted the boy.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. But, let me see if I can find the nurse.
Yeah.
So she's somebody that can talk to you, or the clinician.
That would be great.
They maybe talk to
in
you.
case they have any more advice on that.
Yeah, they can talk to you, better and give you a better answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm sorry the doctor can't stay to talk to you, but maybe they can help.
Okay,
All
well,
right?
I appreciate that.
No, I know you're concerned about it, so we want to try to
taking
help
it very
you.
seriously. We don't want to make any mistakes.
Yes, exactly. Let me go find out somebody else.
Thank you.
No problem.
to meet you. I'm Michelle. One of the nurses here.
Thank you.
So, Nadia is letting me know that you had a pregnancy test and you're here for our options counseling.
Yes.
It sounds like you're really concerned about the gender or the sex of the pregnancy.
Yes, well, basically, as I told her, we have a daughter. We have a 5-year-old daughter, and my husband and I have been planning over the last few months. We went off birth control in fall of last year and have been trying for a boy, and we got pregnant, and I found out I took one of those intelligender tests. I don't know if you're familiar with them. You can buy them over the counter. And we found out that it was a girl. We did an ultrasound last week when I was visiting my family in Los Angeles, and it confirmed it was a girl, at least as far as we can tell at this point. And so one of the questions that I had is, I don't know, I understand from her that you do abortions, I think, up until 20 weeks, is that?
19 weeks and 5 days.
19
The legal
and 5.
limit in the state of North Carolina is 20 weeks.
Okay. So, I mean, it sounds like I could potentially wait a little bit longer to maybe have a second ultrasound to confirm, but I was wondering if there are any risks to waiting.
So what I'm hearing, it sounds like is that you would like confirmation of the gender of the pregnancy, and depending on that, would kind of make the decision for you as to if you wanted to continue with the pregnancy or terminate it. Is that
Exactly.
Okay. Do you know how many weeks you are?
I think we're about 16.
Okay. There are increased risks with the abortion procedure. Not very many.
Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I could, but what I think would be more relevant is to give you some referrals to UNC OBGYN, because they have a very wonderful ultrasound department who can give you a detailed ultrasound and do further testing to better satisfy your needs.
Questions.
Right now. Yeah.
So they could do an ultrasound, because I'm thinking if I were to wait maybe another week or two, we would, because I understand that the further along, the more conclusive those results are.
Through ultrasound, but there are other tests available, like chorionic villi sampling.
Is that the CVS test? I heard about
First
it.
screening. There's amnio. I mean, there's a lot of other tests that could be performed through an OBGYN.
To confirm that it's a girl.
Yeah.
Now, do you know, are those tests really expensive?
I'm not sure. I can give you that information though, and they're really helpful there.
They are.
And we have a very close working relationship with them, so they would be able to navigate you through that whole process
That would be
for
great.
you. Yeah.
I told her I just recently moved into the area, and so we're kind of new. We don't even have a doctor that we.
It's so hard when you're new to somewhere to know exactly where to go.
I know, and who to trust.
Exactly.
And I mean, obviously, this is a really big decision for us because, we've, like I said, we've been really trying for a boy, and the last thing we want to do is accidentally abort the boy because we were operating on wrong information.
Right. And I think it's very important that you have a very informed decision, that you get all the information that you need in order to move forward.
Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, so what I can do is get you that information for UNC OBGYN, and I would just call them and see what your options are as far as testing.
Okay.
And if you need us in if you have any questions or concerns or need any further referrals or information, you can give us a call. Like I said, we are closely affiliated with them, so
that's great. That gives me some more peace of mind to know that too.
And we also have an abortion clinic there at UNC too. I think from what I'm hearing from you, it sounds like that's the information that's really important to you. And since we don't give that here, I want to be able to point you in the right direction. Yeah, that you need to go.
What I'm thinking I might do, because I had a medical abortion in the past through you guys, and what I'm thinking, because I really trust you, I'd like to go to the doctor that you're recommending for this information and for the confirmation, just make sure it's a girl. But I'm thinking we could even schedule, an appointment for like 2 weeks from now or something for me to have the abortion, assuming that that's confirmed.
We can do whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to, make an appointment, you can certainly do that. That way, you just have something
on the books.
Yeah, and you can always cancel it.
Right. If we find out it's a boy, then I wouldn't show up or I'd cancel it.
That would be fine. You can do that.
Great.
But let me go get that information, the referral for you.
Thank you.
And
now, I do have a question about that referral, just because I know they work closely with you guys and you guys, trust them. But might there be a concern? I am a little bit nervous because of the nature of the reasons for my decision. If, I go to somebody like an OBGYN or somebody to do an ultrasound and they're like, oh, it's healthy and everything's looking good, but it confirms it's a girl, and they find out that, I'm terminating it for that reason. Might there be any judgment there?
I can't say how, anyone would react to that.
Yeah. I guess I don't have to tell them.
Well, we always encourage you to be honest with your medical providers, but I can't really predict how anyone's going to react. But I know that they're professionals and they should
respect my decision.
Yes.
Good. And then also, just as far as you guys, like, if for some reason, like in the future, and I continue to get unlucky and keep having girls, like, there would never be a denial of services here, right, for me in terms of getting the abortions that I need.
We don't, I guess what I'm hearing you ask me is, do we turn patients away because they have terminations for any specific reason?
Yes, I guess that's what I'm asking.
We do not turn patients away who are seeking our services.
Okay, good. Because that, again, just because of the... we're not here to judge people. We're here to present them with their options and to be supportive of their decisions that are best for them and their families. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys don't discriminate.
So I would like to get that information for you, and
thank you.
Then you can kind of move forward in this process. But there is also assisted fertility available at UNC right now, and their reproductive endocrinology and fertility clinic. So if you are interested in learning about your options as far as gender selection, then they may also be able to help you with that.
Great.
So, if that's something you're really interested in, I'm sure they have encountered that before. So.
Wonderful. That's great. And then I was going to ask too, let me see. Oh, if you could, when you get me that information, if you could also look to see maybe if you would be available to do you do abortions on Saturdays?
We do.
You do? Because I'm thinking maybe if I wait until the end of this month, like, I don't know, would that be April 27th?
We have...
28?
Yeah, it would be a 2-day process if you're over 15 weeks.
Oh, really? What's that involve?
I think we will go over that information if you want to come back for that appointment. We have to go through a consent process, and we can certainly.
She was saying something about that. I'm sorry. I'm new. Is that something for North Carolina? Okay.
It's a mandatory 24-hour waiting period.
Okay.
The state of North Carolina, and we have to adhere to all state laws. So we can do that consent process over the phone.
Okay.
And talk to you about the procedure more when you are kind of
scheduled for the appointment.
About how you want to move forward.
Great. Well, if we could make that appointment, so then at least we have it, like we said, on the books, and assuming that it is confirmed that it is a girl, then I'll just keep the appointment and come.
Okay. So let me go get that information for you, UNC Hospital, and just to let you know that we give that information. We give all of our patients options. So, is there anything else that you can think of? Would you like any information on? I know that someone has spoken with you previously. Any information on prenatal care, adoption, at this time?
No, I mean, assuming it is in fact a girl, then we obviously won't need any of that. If it is a boy and we find out that's the case, then I'll come back and we can talk maybe more. Do you guys do prenatal care here?
We don't do prenatal care here, but we do offer referrals.
Okay, and I could probably get that through the OBGYN you're referring me to at UNC too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great.
We do prenatal care. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be right back with that information.
Thanks, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay, so I wanted to, this is Karen.
I'm here.
Hi,
Karen.
Karen.
I'm just here learning about the clinic and observing. Is that okay? if I
Great,
sit there?
yeah.
So I just wanted to give you the information that I told you about. So this is the information on, it's on prenatal care, just in case, because that's what this is. And in case you wanted to go see UNC Department of OBGYN, there's their email address and their scheduling department.
Okay.
And they can kind of navigate you where you need to be.
So doing the tests, like an ultrasound, that would be done by a prenatal doctor.
They have their own ultrasound department at UNC that's
Oh,
affiliated
really?
there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So they'll know what they're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Prenatal care information here, just in case you need some information about how to take care of yourself in pregnancy, and adoption resources. Just that you have all your options
Right.
for you. But UNC is definitely a good place in the area, especially if you're living here in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, no, we are. We're really close by. So great. And so can I make the appointment then?
If you'd like to make an appointment, you can do
Yes.
that up at the front window.
Yeah, I'd like to do that just so if we do find out that it is a girl, we would want to go ahead and have the appointment for the abortion probably for the 28th.
Okay, you can, as you're checking out, you can let them know that up at the front desk
Okay.
if you want to go ahead and make an appointment.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Anything else, or is this it?
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
So, I just want to check out at the front. That will be it.
Okay, well, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
And it was good to meet you, Karen.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
They're just reviewing your information. Let's make an appointment.
Yeah, no, I understand it's a 2-day process. Is that right?
It's actually just depending on how you're following.
I'll be, I guess, about, it would be, if I'm 16 now, it would probably be 18 weeks at that point.
18, so in 2 days.
So 2 days. So if I could have my first appointment on like a Friday, and then come the second day, I guess on the Saturday.
Whenever you're done with it, just bring it back up to you.
What you would need to do first is have a consultation, which the law has recently changed to where you need a consultation 24 hours before you have the actual appointment. So we'll have to do that first and then set up an appointment for Friday.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to see if that's something that they want to do now, or they can always just schedule you for an appointment, because that
Okay.
typically happens over the phone.
Yeah, it would be great if we could do it now.
Okay. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do it today, but we can set up an appointment for the next available that we have, the 24-hour consult.
Okay. Okay, when would that be?
We could do it tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's just about a 10, no more than 15-minute phone
Okay.
consultation.
Okay, that's fine.
That would work.
Well, tomorrow might be tough actually. Now I just was thinking, how about how's Saturday? Can we do Saturday?
We don't do it on Saturday,
Okay.
Monday through Friday.
Right. How's next Monday?
So Monday the 16th, I have a 10:30 and 11.
Okay, let's do 11.
Okay. So, you have a date of birth on what time, please?
And that's not very long, right?
But we do set up the appointment, did you say 11? 2:30, 11? Just expect to receive a call between 11 and 12.
Okay, but the conversation itself isn't very long. Okay.
And a phone number where you prefer us to contact you at? Perfect. Can we say we're coming from Plymouth?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, again, expect a phone consult between 11 and 12
Okay.
on Monday, okay?
Great. And then can we also put the procedure on the books so that I have a time locked in for that?
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the 28th, if there's any opening.
Did you say it was going to be a 2-day procedure?
Mm-hmm.
Monday, well, Thursday? No, sorry, Wednesday through Saturday. So the first day would have to be Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Okay. So we could do Friday and
The
Saturday?
27th?
Yeah, let's do that.
So Friday the 27th, I have 1:15 and 1:30 available.
Okay. Let's do 1:30. It's easier to
1:30?
remember.
Okay, and the doctor's going to let you know what time to come back on Saturday.
Okay. And how long does that whole process usually take?
3 to 4 hours.
Okay. Time TBD. And that would be done here?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Great.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Have a great day. Bye.